Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Are you afraid of lambskin? Because I once was. I was terrified to purchase a designer handbag in particular that had lambskin leather. While it was so soft and so luxurious, I felt like, oh my goodness, it's too fragile. I'm going to have to stress over it and baby it tremendously, and it's going to get scratched and ruined so quickly. But I've learned over time that that is not the case. And there are a lot of people out there who also have shared that lambskin is not as nearly as fragile or scary as you might think. So I have all of my lambskin leather handbags out here. I can't believe that I have 8 now. Technically, one of them is calfskin with lambskin, so I will show you. I'll go through all of these one by one and you'll see how they've held up. So I'm going to start with this one because this is technically the oldest bag, not to me, but by age. So this is my vintage 20-year-old 6 series classic flap in the medium size with the black lambskin and the silver hardware. This is 20 years old. Let me say that again. And while the quilting has flattened out a bit, I think it has a beautiful sheen and shine to it. It is so soft to the touch. It's like butter. And yes, there are some scuffs and scratches, some from the previous owner, whoever owned this before me. I purchased this pre-loved, and some from me, but it's okay. Look at it. Does it look beat up? Does it look damaged? I don't think so. I mean, it looks vintage. Definitely doesn't look brand new. There's some creasing, but look at the bottom. In my opinion, for a 20-year-old bag, this lambskin is holding up beautifully. So this is a testament that when taken care of, lambskin can really last, and I feel like it becomes more rich and beautiful looking over time. Look at that sheen. So I definitely wanted to point this out to you. This is black lambskin. And then I also want to show you my other classic flap in the red. So this one is not nearly as old, but it is a decade old. This is a 13 series, 10-year-old bag. Again, lambskin in this beautiful cherry red. The quilting is puffier because it hasn't aged as much. Look, it also will depend on storage and how the previous owner used it. I purchased this one pre-loved as well. And again, if you look really closely, there may be some scuffs and scratches, but for the large part, it is beautiful, at least in my eyes. Let's look at the back. It's gorgeous. And this bag was used. You can tell there's a little bit of structure loss on the sides, which is not bad at all for 10 years. It's still very symmetrical. It's in excellent condition. The bottom is still very sturdy, right? Solid. The inside as well. The hardware is pristine. Inside, look at that. It's so pretty. So I've just shown you a 20-year-old lambskin bag and a 10-year lambskin bag, and I think you would agree that they have held up really well. And these are not bags that were sitting in someone's closet. They clearly have been used and enjoyed, and even by me. So let's just go to another Chanel. This is more recent. I purchased this, I pre-ordered it in January, and I got it, I think, the tail end of February or so. Waited about a month. This is my mini rectangular flap, and this is the highly sought after 21p brown, or better known as the caramel. Don't know why Chanel didn't make more of these. They're in high demand, but this is going to be a little bit different in that it's newer lambskin compared to my vintage and my 10-year-old, but it's still really soft, nice to the touch. And I have used this bag quite a bit since getting her, and I think my fingernails have maybe scraped here and there a little bit, but I don't think you can see anything. And if it's a light scratch, you can rub it out with the natural oils on your finger. That is not an urban legend. I have done that before, especially on my black one. But of course, if it is a deep scratch, then you might be in a different situation there. Okay, let's move on to this one. This is my mini square in, again, 21p gold, beautiful shimmery gold. And this one is treated lambskin, so it's not going to feel as soft, but it is feeling much more durable. So I think this is going to be less maintenance in terms of, like, if I were to go like that. I know, is it scary? It shouldn't be scary. It's fine, even with my longer nails, longish nails. And again, this is newer, so I suppose it's not fair to compare these with the older bags, but I wanted to show you kind of a spectrum to see whether they're new lambskin or older or pre-loved. They hold up really nicely. Now, you don't want to throw them around and scrape your keys on them, but you get my point. So this one here is my Louis Vuitton Speedy BB in the ink with this beautiful monogram. I did a video on this. I feel like it's one of the most elegant Louis Vuitton bags out there. I think they stopped production on this, unfortunately, but it's so pretty. And the chain is so gorgeous if you haven't seen it. But this is lambskin, believe it or not. And Louis Vuitton hardly ever uses lambskin. And it's a really soft, beautiful, nice to the touch lambskin. Look at this chain. This chain is really what got me. It's a showstopper. Okay, so this one here, I have been using quite a bit as well ever since getting her, and it's been a little over 6 months. And I did do a quick mod shot update and wear and tear update, and there's no wear and tear. Not anywhere. It looks brand new, and I've worn this pretty regularly. There's no feet on the bottom, but still no scuffing. This lambskin feels a little bit more hard wearing than the Chanel. A little bit, but it's still really soft to the touch. So we will see how long or how well this holds up over the years, but I'm very confident it will hold up very nicely. Okay, and then this one here, my Celine Trio, which I got in Paris quite a few years ago. It's been a number of years now. So this is definitely one of my oldest bags, and it's in the dark navy, although it might come out as black. There is some creasing here. You'll see that the inside is going to be a little bit different. There's three little compartments. I think the inside feels a little bit softer. I don't know. Probably because I haven't banged it up as much. These 3 zippered compartments are really what make this special. And they do actually come apart. Anyway, this is lambskin. Believe it or not, it's not as soft. You cannot compare it to the Chanel lambskin or even the Speedy BB, but it is lambskin. And so not all lambskin is going to feel and look the same. This is prone to some scratching, but like light, I don't know if you can see some light scratches here. I also rub it out as much as I can. But bags are meant to be used and enjoyed, right? So if they get scratched and dinged up a little bit, it's not a big deal. You don't want to be so scared to use them. So this one here I want to show you. This is my Celine Classic box bag in the medium size. And this is all box calfskin. That's why it's called Classic Box Bag. So this is a smooth box leather calfskin. And a lot of people have talked about how they're worried about this being scratched up as well. But it's quite smooth and slick. So unless you take something and really scratch it, almost like intentionally, it should be fine. Maybe there are a few tiny little scratches, but it just looks more loved and it doesn't look damaged in any way, really. But the inside is what I wanted to show you. So the inside, I wish you guys can touch this. The inside is so soft. It is so buttery. I want to like lay on it or rub my face on it. The inside is lined with all lambskin. How luxurious is that? I do miss the Phoebe Philo days. I feel like she just was so spot on with her classic minimalist designs and then adding so much luxury, like a hint of luxury. So all these compartments are just beautiful lambskin. And you can see it has held up quite well, even on the inside when I put my items against it. Whoops. And then I want to show you my most recent, actually, yeah, it is my most recent addition to my collection. And it is my one and only Dior handbag sitting right there in the center, sitting pretty. Okay, so let me reach for it. Yay! This is my small-sized ABC Lady Dior in the blush lambskin with light gold hardware. So this, yes, this is lambskin. I just tie the handles like this so they don't flop over. Oh my goodness, so pretty. I'm still not over how gorgeous she is. You know, when you get something brand new and you just kind of stare. So this one, I will say, I have heard from others that Dior lambskin is more hard-wearing and durable than Chanel, and I just couldn't speak to it myself because I've never had personal experience. I will say it feels really nice, really silky, not quite as soft as some of my older lambskin on my Chanels, but it definitely does feel like it will be tougher too. So it's kind of a nice balance, I think. I think Dior has managed to find a good compromise between feeling nice, looking luxurious, but also being a bit more durable and less maintenance. So I'm a little less worried about this bag. This flap here, I think inevitably will get scratched just from opening and closing from my nails, from my items. I am prepared for that. Again, these bags are meant to be used and enjoyed, so I don't want to stress over things like that. So let me just put this back down. Okay. So there you have it. There are 8 bags that I have showcased for you, all that have either all or some lambskin, and I would say that they're holding up absolutely perfectly. And I would encourage you to go and touch and feel and try on some lambskin bags that you have been considering. And especially for Chanel, the lambskin will vary from season to season, probably will be the case for all of the other design houses as well. So at times you might see a lambskin bag, especially on the classic flaps or the minis, and you might think, oh, it feels a little bit dull or a little bit flat or a little bit too soft or a little bit too hard. If that's the case, walk away, because there will be another season where the lambskin will be so perfect and will speak to you and be so mushy and soft and whatever you want it to be. So definitely take all of those factors into consideration. But my point is, please do not let lambskin intimidate you. Please do not be afraid of lambskin. I am quite fussy myself. You know, if you've been here before, I am quite picky about a lot of things. I don't really like things to be messy or damaged or I don't know, I am quite fussy. And I have to say, if someone like me can handle having lambskin bags and I can enjoy them worry-free, then I think anyone can. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel and you enjoy this type of luxury content, I welcome you to subscribe, join our community, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.